Have you ever had an emotion come over you that you felt like you couldn't control?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a pretty common thing. You might get angry when someone cuts you off in traffic.
Yeah.
You might get anxious before you have to give a speech like this. Well, I found the best way to take control of your emotions is by teaching a monkey to play instruments. And you will learn how to do that too. Let me tell you why I felt the need to control my emotions in the first place. After I graduated college, I got a job in an insurance brokerage, and at the brokerage I had to go to a lot of meetings. Meetings with clients, internal meetings with business partners, and I'd get very nervous before the meetings because I'd have to talk, meet new people, and it was anxiety producing for me. One of the meetings that I went to and how this affected my career was, it was with the president of the company and about 5 other people, which included my boss. And I was in the meeting, and just as a backstory, the president of the company was running the meeting. He had a tendency to get off topic, and he was kind of a know-it-all, which kind of annoyed me. But it's his company, he can do what he wants. But he was in the meeting, running the meeting, doing his usual thing, getting off topic. Oh, let me tell you about insurance in North Dakota. I went to North Dakota when I was 9 years old, blah, 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 blah. Everybody's humoring him, laughing at his stories, nodding along. He sees me nodding, and he says, "Oh, Mark, you've been to North Dakota?" And I was anxious that he called on me, a little angry that he called on me. And I replied, "No, I'm just agreeing with everything that you said." A few people in the room laughed, but I looked over at the president, and he was not laughing. He was taken aback, looked a little angry, moved on with the meeting. Of course, after the meeting, I was sure that my next meeting with my boss, I was going to get fired. So looking at the telephone, it's the next call, the one that I'm fired. I didn't know what was going to happen next, but I did know that I needed to get my anxiety under control. I was talking with a friend about my problem. His name is Greg. Greg is tall, blonde, effortlessly optimistic, seems like a very happy guy. Told him about my problem and said, "Greg, this is affecting me at work. You seem like a happy guy. How do you do that?" And Greg said, "Have you ever tried meditation?" And I said, "No, it sounds kind of weird, but figure I'll give it a shot." So I downloaded an app that he recommended. It's called Headspace. And the instructions were simple. Focus on the breath coming in and out of your nostrils. When you get distracted, come back to the breath. And repeat. Focus on the breath coming in and out of the nostrils. When you get distracted, come back to the breath. Sounds very simple, but if you've ever meditated, you'll know it can be very difficult. The Buddha, when he was teaching meditation 2,500 years ago, called it monkey mind. And there's actually a scene in The Simpsons that I like that illustrates this well. Homer is kind of the dumb husband, and Marge, they're having a conversation, and Marge says, "Homer, I need you to listen to me. I know your mind has a tendency to wander." And 1 second later, it zooms in on what's going on in Homer's head, and it's a little monkey, a little hat, and little symbols, and he's banging cymbals together and doing backflips. I thought this is a perfect analogy of what's going on in your mind when you first start meditating. You won't literally be thinking of a monkey doing backflips, but the quality of some of your thoughts, you might as well be. So eventually I get the monkey under control, and it's helping me a lot. I'm getting better at meditation, and meditation is helping me get better at life. I'm not getting nervous before meetings. During meetings, I still have some anxiety, but it's manageable. After meetings, anxiety is pretty much completely gone. So you might be thinking to yourself now, why should I meditate? I don't get nervous before meetings. Well, maybe you don't get nervous before meetings, but maybe you get angry when you're talking with your significant other. Or maybe you have ADD and you can't focus on your work. As human beings, we all have emotions that we can improve, and meditation helps with all of those. One of my favorite books is Man's Search for Meaning by Viktor Frankl. And in it, Frankl writes, everything can be taken from a man, except one thing, the last of the human freedoms. And that is to choose one's own attitude in any given set of circumstances. To choose one's own way. And I think meditation is a great way of doing just that. So don't monkey around with your mind. Meditate.